This is actually the official opening of the campus. We opened since April this year, but also making statements that we're here to stay in Brussels, and also that leadership development has to happen in a very innovative, open environment where work and learning blend together. Change is there, and that we have to embrace change, and so that we're trying to reflect through the keynote speakers in the morning, combined in the afternoon through the different workshops, the new trends, how we need to collaborate, new trends in neurosciences and how it affects leadership. We have a leadership challenge, but that we can approach it more creatively and innovatively.
I think it has been a while since I was at CCL for the training, for the management training, and sort of when I heard about the invitation and that CCL was bringing a couple of speakers together to talk about new themes in change and new themes in leadership, I thought maybe this is a good day to sort of take a day out of my busy agenda and come here and refresh and listen and maybe pick up a couple of new ideas.
When I saw the topics of today, leading the change, being inspirational while changing, I thought that might be something for my teams as well, and so I decided to attend.
The world has probably never had a stronger need for leadership than today. We still have some formidable challenges ahead of us that is requiring that leadership that we seem too many times not to have.
But it's not really an option anymore, because there's this great wave of change that is already happening and we have to respond to it. And so really it's about staying ahead of the game.
But the path of change was as identifiable as the path of destruction had been. And it almost always is. You just need to identify the causes, identify them properly, and then map out the solutions.
BBVA is very proud to be here today at the opening of this beautiful facility, and what we will try to share with you in this time is our experience in developing our leadership activities inside the group, and with a word that is always present in our life as bankers: change.
My daily business is leadership development, and I consider CCL as the top-level thought leader about leadership and development. So I expect to hear the latest evolutions in the field.
We are an organisation, even though we're small, that sort of realises the effectiveness of change and the need for change.
We're a very global company, and we're looking for a partner like CCL that can work with us around the globe, and they're set up very well to support us everywhere around the world, and their programs are all about driving change, and that's what we're looking for.
They are helping out to put the mirror in front of the managers to see where am I and how is my reaction and my attitude in influencing the people that I'm leading, so it's a big help.
I'm running a non-profit organization in Somalia called Institute for Strategic Initiatives, and that's based in the north of Somalia. Actually, I'm using the CCL and other materials to develop leaders in those places.
Being the head of HR, I have to understand about the workplace is changing. The environment's going to change. How do we get ahead of that versus reacting to that? You know, we all talk about having 4 to 5 generations in the workforce. So I think Alison made a good case of how do we better deal with the different generations.
This year we would like to take a more structured approach on leadership development. So we will anticipate a lot more closer working relationship with them, and that's why I'm here.
I teach mind mapping in trainings, and therefore, as it was linked to the mind and the neurosciences, in association with leadership, I was very interested in those workshops.
Future trends in leadership, and so it's a very open topic, and I just hope that I will learn about some new trends, maybe some latest insights from the research that CCL is doing.
It's absolutely key to have people who have clarity on what they want, who set a vision, a goal for the company, expectations, and that are able to select the right people and to put them into functions that are adapted to them.
So right now my organization is going through tons of change, and we're trying to launch a new organization, have people do things differently, and so that's why today was in fact particularly useful for me.
It was very informative. The ladies that we had running it were really, they got the whole class interested. Everyone was working together in a good team, and I think everyone enjoyed it.
I did. I went through the Leading Change workshop, and it was really great to hear other people where they are in their experiences, but also as well as hear a little bit about the CCL models and ways of looking at problems and thinking about managing the paradox of leadership through change.
Well, it's been a very interesting day so far. I've really enjoyed the mixture of leadership dimensions and perspectives, really, on leadership in different ways: political, government, corporate, and personal. Which I think that's really, I suppose, the thing that struck me is kind of the emphasis on the individual learning and changing and being adaptable, because that's so important, and it's so hard to do. I mean, it's a very hard thing because we all prefer to be creatures of habit. Some people find it easier than others to change, but obviously leaders do have to be very adaptable, and so they have to learn new ways of doing that.
It's more than meted my expectation that what we've done today, and if I can promote it within my organisation, I will.
We heard this morning a lot of strategy about change. Strategy, of course, comes from the head. But if we're going to really succeed in changing, what is absolutely integral is that we put our heart into wanting to change.
But if you want to be a great leader, it's the same as anything else. It's unbelievable practice. So, my last plea to you is, hopefully you learned some things from my colleagues. We learned a lot. I learned a lot from listening to many of you. But that's not the end of it. It's foresight, insight, action, and that action is practice, practice, practice. So let's give ourselves a round of applause. Thank you for staying with us all day.